G'day there. If you've ever wondered, well, what is a rainy day fund and how does it differ from having a cash reserve, then this video is absolutely for you, because in this video, we are going to look at the purpose of a rainy day fund. What is a rainy day fund? How does it differ from me having a cash reserve? And why do I need both in order to create a strong financial foundation for myself and my family? G'day there, my name is Phil McGilvray. I'm the founder of the Money Boss Academy, where we make practical, life-changing financial education both understandable and accessible for everyday people. And today we are looking at what is the difference between a rainy day fund and a cash reserve and why we need to have both. Now, to help us understand this, I'm going to take you through my roadmap to financial peace, which I've been using with my clients for over 25 years. Now, where does a rainy day fund sit in this overall roadmap? Well, you can see step 3, build a rainy day fund of $3,000 to $5,000. Now, I will quickly take you through why this is step number 3. Step number 1 is, do I have more income coming into my life than expenses going out? This is the golden rule of money management. More coming in than going out. This means I have surplus cash flow. So if you think about a cascade, it's like water flowing into a pool. I have maybe water evaporating from that, but if I've got more water coming in than water evaporating, that pool will fill up and ultimately overflow down into the next pool. We want the same to be happening with your personal finances. More income coming into your bank account than expenses going out, so your account fills up. They can then overflow and go down into the next pool in your financial roadmap. Now, pool number 2 in our roadmap here is, have I got enough money set aside for my known upcoming expenses? In other words, having some kind of budget where you're putting aside money every single month so that when your known expenses turn up, you've got the money sitting there ready to go. Now, once we've got money set aside for our known expenses, we know how much we need to put into those each month. Any extra money should go down to building up your rainy day fund, which is step 3. So what is the purpose of a rainy day fund? Well, let's have a look at that here. A rainy day fund is really just an extension of your budget. And this is the one step that so many people miss. This is an extension of your budget to cover the unexpected expenses, the unpredictable expenses. We all know that something will come up every single year. We just don't know what it'll be. So it's really important that we are factoring that into our financial planning each year, that we're factoring it into how we manage our money. You can see down here, we've got things like the hot water system dying, the dog getting sick, paying an excess on insurance claim, a bigger than expenses dental bill, maybe it's root canal therapy, or a major car repair. Now, of course, in our budget in step 2 in our cascade, we're putting money aside for maintenance every month, but we simply can't predict when big things are going to break, like the clutch dying on us or the radiator cracking or whatever it might be. So this is where we need to have money set aside. And I'm sure that you can think about big expenses that have come up for you across the course of the year that fit this category. So unless we have some sort of plan to cover these, it can really derail our finances. So this is the point of a rainy day fund. In the McGilvray household this year alone, we've had so far, we're only up to October, we've had the hot water system died on us, which cost us about $2,000 to repair. We've had a dishwasher die on us, which we had to replace for about $700 or $800. And I hit a bollard in our car when we were on holidays, which put a big ding in the door, $800 excess to get that fixed. So big expenses that I couldn't have predicted at the beginning of the year, but we knew something would happen. They do every single year. So having a rainy day fund is important to cover those. And you can see $3,000 is the minimum that you need. So if you're a car owner, but you don't own a home yet, then that can be, and you've got no kids, then having $3,000 might be enough there to cover any big eventuations with your car. But once you own a home, or you've got some kids and more responsibility, then really you should be erring towards at least that $10,000 mark so that you've got bigger expenses covered. So for instance, last year, our ducted heating system died on us after 25 years. So we had to get that replaced, and that was $6,000. As we know with homes, things can get pretty expensive. So this is what the rainy day fund is for. Okay, so how does this differ then from what a cash reserve is? So let's go back to our roadmap. We can see that we've got the rainy day fund at step 3, and then we've got our cash reserve at step 5. Squeezed in the middle there is high interest debt. So this is paying off things like the credit card debt, making sure we've got rid of all those smaller debts, the personal loans and those things, paying those off. Once we've got those paid off, then any extra funds can start flowing to building our our cash reserve. So what is the difference of a cash reserve and a rainy day? Well, a cash reserve is for big life events. Okay, 2 out of every 3 people will experience one of these big life events. It could be a sickness that prevents you from working for a period of time. It could be an injury that prevents you from working. It could be an unexpected unemployment. It could be the need to care for a loved one. And that could be a child, or it could be a parent, or it could be a spouse, or a sudden major expense. So things like, needing a new car unexpectedly, or a new roof. This is what your cash reserve is for. So important that we have at least 3 to 6 months worth of your household expenses set aside. Now, I have some clients that have a year of this set aside. We choose to have a year worth of those funds set aside. A lot of it will depend on your employment situation. My wife and I are both self-employed, and therefore having a year's worth of reserves helps us feel comfortable about what we're doing and where we're at financially. But if you're in a public service position that that really you're not going to lose your job unless you kill someone, you might go, well, okay, I don't need that much of a cash reserve, and I've got plenty of leave behind me, and so on. But having this cash reserve is really important to give you that sense of financial peace and to give you stability. And also, in fact, let me go to the next page here, but the additional benefits of having a cash reserve. Firstly, peace of mind. That is absolutely priceless. You cannot underestimate the power of having peace of mind in your life. Secondly, it gives you the confidence to take risks, confidence to take opportunities. So for instance, it might be that you want to change jobs. You want to go to a lower paying job. It might be that you want to start your own business or go out consulting. Having a cash reserve gives you the confidence to do that because you've got plenty of months of runway behind you. It will allow you to give more generously to causes that you care about, because you know that you've got a strong financial foundation, and therefore any extra funds coming through can be channeled towards causes that you really want to invest in. Lower insurance premiums. If you have income protection, you will know that you've got a waiting period. If you've got a good cash reserve behind you, you can make that waiting period 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and therefore the insurance premiums will come down a lot. And also, and this, please do not underestimate the importance of this, it will allow you to invest more confidently through the ups and downs. Successful in investing isn't about a particular strategy. It's not about getting the right stock or getting the right house. It's actually about time in the market. That is how the smart investors make significant wealth over the longer term. And if you've got a cash reserve in place, it allows you to go, okay, I can invest for the long term. I can confidently invest through the ups and downs, not worrying about that, and be in the market for the long term so that I can let compound interest work its magic. Those are the benefits of having a cash reserve. So hopefully you can see the difference between a rainy day fund and a cash reserve and the role they play in your financial journey. Now, if so far you're finding this helpful, please click the like button, because this does help my videos reach more everyday people whose lives can be changed through this education. Now, let's quickly sum up your action plan from here. If you're not already in that situation, please work to get your income greater than your expenses. Now, I know that can sometimes be harder than it sounds, but income and expenses is what creates surplus cash flow, surplus water in our cascades that can flow from one pool to the next. Making sure that we've got money set aside for your known expenses, some kind of budget, so that we know that you're putting aside money every single month, so that as your known expenses turn up, the money's just there ready to go. No stress, no juggling. And then the third step in this process is making sure you have that rainy day fund we've been talking about to cover those 10 to 15% of unexpected expenses each year. That will just allow, that is breaking the paycheck to paycheck cycle, because step one, more income coming in, expenses going out. Step two, you've got your known expenses covered. Step three, you've got unexpected expenses covered. So at that point, we have now broken the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Then step four, eliminating high interest debt. I've got other videos talking about how we do that. And then step five, building your cash reserve, building that up to ideally over time to be somewhere between 3 to 6 months of your household expenses, so that you can have a lot more confidence in where you sit financially. So I hope that makes sense. If you've liked this, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel where we release practical, life-changing financial education every single week. I would love to hear if you've got any questions. Please pop those in the comment section down below. Or if you're watching this in the video, please hit reply and send me any questions that you might have. In next week's video, we are going to look at the simplest but most powerful investment strategy, dollar cost averaging. What is it, and how does it work, and how do I get started? I look forward to seeing you in the next video.